we are looking at another Happy Dog product. They've sent me quite a few things to test, and this one is cereal flakes. Now, they've recommended this to me as I've spoken about raw feeding quite a bit. This is something that you can top up your raw feeding food if you've forgotten to get a veg or fruit out of the freezer, for example. So I'll just run through the ingredients with you. We have whole grain maize flakes, maize flour which has been roller dried, whole grain wheat flakes, whole grain oat flakes, flaked peas, dicalcium phosphate, dried carrots, calcium carbonate, millet, rice flour, sodium chloride, elderberries, grape mark, don't know what that is, I will look into that, winter savoury, marjoram, anise seeds, basil, fennel seeds, elderflower petals, lavender petals, rosemary, sage, thyme, and the total amount of herbs is 0.15%. So it's not a great amount of herbs in there, which I didn't even know dogs could eat lavender. So technically this should smell quite nice with all those extra herbs in it. A lot of obviously grain, so that if you're looking for a grain-free diet for your dogs, this is not for you. So it's sold as a premium supplementary flake food for mixing with meat. They have an apple, yeah, there. They have an apple on the front, but apple is not mentioned in the ingredients. They also have sweet corn on the front. That's also not mentioned in the ingredients. So there's a bit of false advertising on the front here. In terms of the ingredients, there's a lot of oats, wheat, and general, things that you would normally see as fillers in the cheaper foods, but they've used them here and created I'll show you. Okay, maybe I won't show you, that's going to create quite a bit of mess. So what I'll do is that instead. As oats and wheat and things like that are slow releasing of energy, it was something that would keep your dog going throughout the day, and they won't have like a big insulin hit of woo, let's go, and then a crash where they need to sleep it off. They will be slow release through the day, so it's slightly better for your dog to sort of feed a muesli type based biscuit or meal if you can find it. I've only seen 2 companies do the muesli type mix. It's obviously not caught on, whereas people tend to want to feed the biscuit as it's obviously clearly easier and not as messy. But in terms of the ingredients, there's a lot in there, including your peas, your carrots, with a lot of rosemary, sage and thyme. Obviously there's not giant amounts of those in there to offer sort of any kind of benefits. There is natural sodium carbonate and calcium chloride, so it's good for your bones and things like that. But obviously I don't think they're in the ingredients in high enough quantities to sort of give it a nutritional benefit, as in I wouldn't be feeding a dog on this to solely get those benefits for your bones, because I don't think you'll get that, you'll achieve that. But I will feed to the dogs this evening with their meat and we'll see if they enjoy it. I doubt we'll have any problems because we seem to enjoy everything. But it would be nice to try something new with them and see what they think. I think only the dogs can sort of give me a indication on this one. Oh, okay. So I emailed Happy Dog regarding the calcium phosphate and things like that I wasn't sure about in the flake food, and they've come back saying that they are extra supplements for healthy bones, healthy digestion and all-round general bone support. So all good things. What it came across as, because there was a lot of calcium in there, and obviously in the raw feeding diet you want to be giving them as much support as possible, even though that is the best diet possible that you can be giving your dogs. So you just want to be giving it all, making sure that your dog has the best that they can. So, in terms of what the dogs thought of it, unfortunately that didn't go as well. We had dinner last night. I'll put a video on for you now. They ate it with the meat, but Nick's actually left some, and the flake food is not great for slow feeder bowls because it just becomes impossible for them to get to the flakes. Nick's has never left food before. He clearly didn't feel as though it was worth the effort. I know where Happy Dog are coming from in terms of giving them a bit of extra bulk for your raw feeding diet and to add in extras to sort of bulk out your main meal. But when it comes to raw feeding and if you're doing it properly, you're giving your dog a whole rounded diet anyway, and you're normally used to getting meat out of the freezer, getting veg out the freezer, getting fruit out the freezer. That adding in flakes as well generally it's too much. There's too much going on. So, and the fact that Nick's didn't like it and actually left food, which he's never done, I'll have to give it a 4 out of 5. The ingredients list is all perfect. There's nothing there that I would worry about. It's the fact that Nick's left it. For me, this is a review from Nick's. It's a teamwork review, partially on my end and reading the ingredients, and from what I've seen Nick's and him leaving the food, and Coda struggling actually getting to his food in his slow feeder bowl. Makes biscuits more of a viable option when it comes to picking between like a muesli type food, a flake food and a biscuit, or just meat on its own. I will be going into the raw diet a little bit more as we go through this year, because there is a lot to it, and getting it right for your dog is obviously paramount to ensuring that your dog has a good all-round nutrition that is going to be good for them and their health. So yes, based on ingredients list and what my dogs thought of it, we'll go with a 4 out of 5 for Happy Dog and their flake food. Well done, Happy Dog. Don't forget to subscribe for me, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.